on the whole short of runway 25. Victor X-ray kilo, disregard that. Having seen where you're going to take Foxtrot to the right, whole short runway 34 left.
Generally when I come down I get up at 2 a.m, leave home at 3. That way I'm down here on time to see the first international arrivals.
Every year, a unique pilgrimage sees the security fences around Sydney's Mascot Airport besieged with lenses, radio scanners and logbooks.
I love it when I come down here to photograph planes and you can just smell the jet fuel and hear all the noise, and the noisier the better as far as I'm concerned.
For 3 windy days in February, over 100 members of the 1,600-strong Sydney Airport enthusiast website will travel from all over the Southern Hemisphere, summoned by a lust for large aircraft. The plane spotting umbrella hosts many varied passions.
Sydney is sort of the central hub of it, and what that means is that anybody who sort of really wants to see something different comes to Sydney.
I guess my interest with planes started when my parents and brother and I used to go to the airport in Holland, in Amsterdam, and just go and have a look at planes alongside the runways. And back then I used to actually draw all the tails, so I knew exactly which plane was what, and I guess that's progressed now more into photography.
I remember as a little kid I used to stand up against the fences like this and watch the jets come in.
Well, there's a few different types of plane spotters. Some of them are into things like collecting the registrations that they see and taking photographs of them.
There was a young man from the UK here recently whose aim was to physically see the complete Qantas fleet.
Oh, there's the nutty types.
Anything even remotely out of the ordinary, they'll be there no matter what they have to do to get there. And they'll be there with their long lenses and their tripods, and they'll climb sign poles and other places they're not really probably supposed to go to get the best shots.
Mate, 3 metres away from the fence. Going 3 cross runway 5, holding 4
A lot of people that buy the scanners because they like listening to what the pilots have to say. And
there are people who will just come here with their binoculars and just watch the planes and write down the regos, and that's all they're interested in, to know how many of the fleet that they've actually seen. They can tell you exactly which airline owned the plane before. Some people are into that.
You've got people that like aircraft history, aircraft engines, airports or communications, and then there's people that like flying on aircraft and collecting items.
My particular plane spotting hobby is photographing aircraft. The main idea is to sort of portray the beauty I see in aircraft to others.
Over the last couple of years I've probably taken a few thousand shots, because every time I come down I might take 30 rolls of film.
Yeah, over a year I'd probably take anywhere up, I suppose, to nearly probably 6,000-7,000 photos.
everyone's got their fascination with them, either watching them, listening to them, piloting them, you know, working around them, working in them and so forth. Yeah, I like taking the shots just so everyone else can see those as well. We've just got a United Airways on departure, so I might just get a shot of this. Just give me a minute.
It's a great group of people to be involved in. Even this weekend you put faces to names that you only see on the internet, or might SMS every now and then about a flight that's coming in that doesn't normally come in.
And as long as you tell them beforehand that you don't mind being woken up at 3 in the morning, I'll jump up, just put on a jumper, put on some jeans, and I'm out the door, grab my camera bag. We'll pretty much do anything to get the shot. So
back at home I've got a good collection I've been sort of collecting over the years. I've got probably the main highlight, I guess, would be the aircraft seats that I got probably about 6-7 years ago, and are very handy for TV dinners, and also if I have friends or family over for dinner, I'll entertain them in that, and I've got like the trays and crockery, and yeah, I'll get it all sorted with the tray and like the little bread rolls and little butter pats and cheeses and salads, and the main course is normally lasagna. only because that's what the shop sells around the corner. It's good stuff.
I try and get down to Sydney Airport once a day just to see if there's any unusual aircraft that have come in for the day that we don't know about.
If I go overseas, it's to go to an air show and to see airports and sight scenes, more or less second.
Yes, holiday plane spotting, definitely.
Just to
That'd
look
be
at
the
planes.
main purpose of any holiday, really.
She stayed up one late night and was just ringing random numbers, random aeroplane mobile numbers. If they started ringing, I'd hang up. And if they were disconnected, I'd write it down. And I went to the phone shop the next day, only to find some of them stay in quarantine. But I managed to get fixed up with one that was ended to a 747, which is good.
I think for me the best thing about plane spotting is actually the sound of it. I just love the sound of jet engines. Gives me goosebumps basically hearing the takeoff and the land.
If we could live in a plane as a house, we would.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bigger the better, 747, anything we can get hold of. Absolute dream.
Quite often the pilots will wave at us too when we're taking photos, so we just wave back. They're all generally quite friendly and I guess they're acknowledging us being there taking their photo and we acknowledge them in return.
Friends, family, work colleagues, they all think I'm nuts. Just the way it is.
I am a weirdo.